So today we're talking to Julie Andrews and Dorinka Selzer, who are both tutors on Wellpark College's Diploma in Acute Prescribing with Homeopathy. Julie, can you start by telling us what homeopathy is?
Okay, it's quite a big question, but homeopathy is a standalone modality that's been around for about 250 years. We've got years of wonderful clinical cases to show that it works, even though there's a little bit of controversy around it because the way it's made, there's no physical substance in it. But we now know with quantum physics that it is able to be shown that there is something in the water, that it's not just placebo or nothing. Homeopathy was founded by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann in Germany, who experimented with working in a way that it's quite a complicated, I won't go into a lot of detail, but he found that if a substance created symptoms in a healthy person, those same symptoms could be cured in a sick person. And he did a lot of what we call provings, which were trials, and they're all documented. And a whole materia medica of remedies was compiled and clinical cases trialed to show that that philosophy is absolutely scientifically sound. And so today we still use the same method, we apply the same principles because it hasn't been disproved. In fact, now we can even prove it scientifically that it works. Homeopathy can be used to treat anything. You can use it from first aid to acute conditions to chronic conditions. It works by looking at the totality of the person. Even with acute conditions, we're all different, and homeopathy acknowledges that individuality. So the three of us might all have sore throats. If you went to a doctor, you might all be given the same antibiotic, but we're probably going to be given each given a different remedy if we went to a homeopath because of our individuality. When I get sick, I might just want to be left alone and huddle down and not have any communication, be quite irritable if you come and talk to me, whereas somebody else might be quite, they get a little bit tearful and they want to be massaged and they want to be, even our mental emotional state is individual when we have a sore throat or any acute condition. So that's why homeopathy always takes the whole picture, the individuality of the person into account. It's not just this is the remedy for that condition. It's always individualised.
Great. Well, Wellpark College recently added the qualification, New Zealand Diploma in Acute Prescribing with Homeopathy. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us why this qualification complements the other natural health qualifications taught at Wellpark?
Of course. Would you like to answer that, Dorinka?
Well, the little I can see about it is the fact that homeopathy is it's a holistic form or a complementary medicine. And as far as Wellpark is concerned, we definitely specialize in complementary medicine. At the moment, we're doing naturopathy as well as massage. And homeopathy is one of the modalities that is definitely used with naturopathy. So it may be of interest to naturopaths to come and do this course because of the fact that it is one of the modalities that is used with naturopathy.
Great. Yeah. What can students expect to learn on this course?
Well, as far as the learning in this course is concerned, they will definitely have what we call the core homeopathic subjects. So they basically have 4 homeopathic subjects, but we are also introducing the aspect of critical thinking because we want them to basically be able to analyze research as it is today and actually find the scientific principle and base for homeopathy. And so we're able to actually compare what was written 250 years ago and find its relevance in today's day and time. So that's the reason we're bringing in this whole aspect of critical thinking. And they would also be definitely studying anatomy and physiology because they need to understand what goes on in the human body in order to be able to treat these conditions.
Great. The Diploma in Homeopathy is an online course. Can you tell us more about this and what an online student can expect?
All right, well, I'll start with that. We're going to pre-record a lot of the lectures and put them up online so that students can either can look at them in their own time so that the course is flexible. It saves students having to come in and travel. It means it doesn't matter where they live in the country, they can do the course just as easily as if they live in Auckland. And then there's also going to be a lot of live communication with the students, with the tutorials that are going to be one-on-one or as needed, or group tutorials live. There'll be a lot of casework that is dealt with in the course, demonstrations of cases, students doing paper cases at first before they move into their real own live clinical stuff.
And also
what
we
else
will be having group discussions among the students, so although there'll be distant students and maybe in different parts of the country, they would almost feel like they're sitting in one classroom and actually learning together.
Great. How does the clinical component of this diploma work online?
That's going to be really, really successful, because clinical work is usually it's the thing that makes distance learning difficult. However, we've got a process called Zoom where we can set up three-way live interaction. So Darinka or I, whoever's supervising the student taking the case, can actually observe the student and perhaps the client or the patient in the same room, or the patient or client can even be in their own home, and we can have a three-way link and actually have live case taking with supervision, safety and immediate feedback.
Great. Julie and Darinka, you both lead tutors on the diploma. Can you tell us a little more about your own personal experience with homeopathy?
You first, Darinka.
Well, my own experience, well, firstly, I would say I'm a homeopath by choice, not by chance. I chose to be a homeopath. And I've basically had about 8 or 9 years of practice at the moment, and I've really seen homeopathy work. In a couple of cases that I would say at some stage I didn't have faith that I would be able to treat, I've actually been able to treat. So I've really seen homeopathy work. I've been able to treat cases of high BP that I didn't think would be possible with homeopathy, but yes, I've been able to do that. So right from acute, of saying I've got a bee sting, to being able to deal with somebody that has got high blood pressure. So yeah.
And you're a doctor.
Yes, I'm a homeopathic doctor, basically. Yeah.
And so Darinka's going to be doing the medical science, and so it's really valuable to have someone who's a doctor and a homeopath. It's quite a rare thing. Me, I started out going to study naturopathy, a diploma in naturopathy, and the first year of the course was like an umbrella. We were given a little taster of everything, and then decided what we wanted to actually specialise in. And for me, homeopathy was just it. It's like the one modality, forgive me for my bias, but for me it's the one modality that treats everything in one. You don't have to have supplements for this and flower essences for that and something else for this and counselling for that. It just treats the whole person, and for me that was what made it seem so complete in itself. So I did a double diploma, one in naturopathy and one in homeopathy. So a lot of people just use homeopathy on its own, but also as a naturopath or any other practitioner with any other modality, whether it's natural therapy or medical, can also add homeopathy to their toolkit.
Great.
And that's what I love about it.
What can a student do with this qualification upon graduation?
Darinka.
Well, a whole lot of things. Well, firstly, if you're already a practitioner, it's something that you can add to your toolkit. So you've got a different modality that you can also use in your practice. You could even just treat your friends and family. It could be something that you look for just for your own practice at home, just dealing with your own kids. You could work in retail pharmacies or health food shops as a pharmacist on the counter. Or alternatively, when you think about it, as far as this course is concerned, it is basically an acute prescribing course. So it may be a little difficult to actually set up a clinical practice just based on acutes. However, you could practice alongside maybe a qualified homeopath and deal with the acute cases in that scenario, or you could work in a holistic medicine center. And so you could be part of a bigger team and deal with acute conditions. Yeah.
And the other good thing with homeopathy, it doesn't it's not a contraindicated. It doesn't conflict with any other modalities. It works on a different level, so it doesn't interfere with medications or anything naturopathic at all.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Great. Can you tell us more about the learning pathways that students can transfer to from this diploma?
Well, this is a 1-year program. It's fully approved by NZQA, and therefore it qualifies as being RPL'd or cross-credited into the first year of another full training in homeopathy, and also because of the full anatomy and physiology that we cover, and also the clinical, the critical thinking and academic writing program, the PD113 program. Those could also be cross-credited into other naturopathic or health courses.
Any of the courses. So even with us, the students can then choose to go on to a naturopathy or a massage course if they choose to. Either
in Wellpark College
or elsewhere
at another institution.
Okay. Is it possible to apply for a student loan?
Yes. The course, because it's NZQA approved, has also been fully approved by StudyLink for student loans and allowances.
Great. Why would you recommend Wellpark College as a place to study homeopathy?
Silly question. Wellpark's such a great college. It's got such a high academic standard. It's proved itself for 26 years of academic excellence. It's got a wonderful reputation internationally, and it's a Category 1 college, which is the highest accreditation that NZQA can give a college.
That's great.
Also, for the fact that it's an online course, it offers the students the flexibility to do it, in their own time, and it gives them a bit more of time. Yeah.
Great. When will the course be running?
February, beginning of 2018.
Great.
Enrollment now.
Exactly. And my next question, what would people do who are watching at home if they would like to study for the diploma?
Very simple. Go onto our website, contact us.
That's great.
Contact us for any other questions or any other information that you need.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.